Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Tuesday, December 18th, midnight, 2018. That's 1818, double high. Check out the snow. The West is the best. Your children will never see no snow ever again, unless it's in feet or meters. Put on your sneakers, all you tweakers. It's boom time. Heavy wet snow covers Portland area for Monday commute. We predicted it. A coastal storm was expected to drop 4 to 6 inches Monday, midday. Greater Portland begins the week with at least a few inches of new snow. An overnight storm has dropped snow in the Costco Bay Area, York County, into interior western and central Maine and the mid-coast. Will they boast? Are they the toast with the most? Who knows? But this screen will not close. Wait for it. Boom! Wet, heavy snow clears out after causing slide-offs, spin-outs, spin-ups, and slide-outs during the morning commute. The ocean storm dropped 5.3 inches of global warming goodness on South Portland, Maine, and less in other parts of southern Maine before it cleared out in time for the afternoon commute. It was glorious, and he still had his tie on. Coatless Connor Corbeen thinks he's cool beans walking through the snow without his jacket. An ocean storm dumped heavy, wet snow along Maine's coastal regions Monday morning, causing minor slide-offs and spin-outs during the morning commute before clearing out in time for the afternoon rush. Hush. That was well written. I'm smitten. Check it out. 4 to 6 inches in Bangor, Bar Harbor, Rockland. 2 to 5 through Concord and Sanford, down to Portsmouth. Statewide, snow and sleet are making for a messy commute today. You already did it, so it's over. A winter weather advisory was in effect through noon. 2 to 5 for most areas. There was some scary scenarios. Look at that. Roads are snow covered because it's winter almost. Yeah, that's coming up. This week, Virginia man uses flamethrower to clear off the driveway. Ha! Look at that. Thank you, Elon Musk. Boom! That's awesome. That's 220. And that ain't funny. But that ain't worth it. Get a shovel. This guy's not going to make it to 63. You'll see. More northeast snow as west coast storms form. As one storm system delivers heavy snow to the coast of Maine this morning, another is brewing in the west. Just the best. In the east, 3 to 5 inches of rain fell in several regions, prompting water rescues as snow in northern New England and Maine expected through today up to 8 inches in some parts, leading to some people going to work with charts, which are not lawn darts. Snowfall in Maine is expected to end by this evening as an Arctic air mass settles into the northeast, producing frigid conditions in Burlington, -5, -6 in Caribou. Who? Hey, Boston, you're looking at 1, hun. 11 in NYC, 19 in DC. We could be pushing some records here. Very cold wind chills Tuesday morning. Series of storms is headed for the west and likely will make their way east through the weekend. Heavy snows. Northern Idaho, British Columbia, the Olympics, Cascades, down through the Sierras. Heavy rain on the coast, Santa Barbara, San Fran. Watch out. Wind, snow, flood alerts have been issued for Washington to California in anticipation of the coming weather system. Snow, rain, waves, and wind are possible up and down and near the coastline. A strong storm is expected in the Pacific Northwest and Northern California on Tuesday with more precipitation and strong winds. The storm will then head east over the next few days, and by late Wednesday on Thursday, it will be delivering rain to the south and the east, where already saturated areas that have been resaturated, flooded, inundated, and saturated and then flooded will then be saturated again and will be vulnerable again to flooding. By Thursday at 3 p.m., heads up Charlotte, Atlanta, Tallahassee, all the way up through Washington, D.C. It is looking like a deluge. Whew, look at that. That is an amazing graphic. Whew. So is this one. Waves of abundant Pacific moisture lead to heavy mountain snow this week. Waves of abundant Pacific moisture will move through the northern Rockies through Wednesday. The first will bring mainly mountain snow and light chance of rain valley into your Monday night. The best chance of mountain snow will be along the Idaho border west of the Divide. The best chance of a valley mix, including freezing rain, will be in Lincoln County, far northwest Montana. A second, stronger system will arrive Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing heavy snowfall to mountains along the west of the Divide. Valleys will see rain or a mix of rain and snow. Winter driving conditions will be expected over mountain passes. There is an advisory Tuesday and Wednesday for lower Clark Fork region, Clearwater Mountains, the Bitterroot, Sapphires, West Glacier region. Snowfall 5 to 18 inches in these areas. Heavy snow expected in Lolo. Say it ain't so. Lost Trail, Lookout passes. Gusty winds will create areas of blowing and drifting snow. Reduced visibility. High wind warning go into effect Tuesday and Wednesday for Broadwater, Jefferson, Meager, along I-90 from Livingston to Springdale west. Winds 13 to 35, gusts to 65 would make it blizzard conditions. Some 75 around Livingston. Ow! I hope you move to Montana, you... Get in your hole! Let's check out the snowfall forecast for Colorado. Looking epic Tuesday night through your Wednesday in the northern mountains. Heads up, Breckenridge, Keystone. Heaviest amounts falling in Steamboat and north into southern Montana. Whew. Heads up! Where are we? Click it. Powder through Christmas and beyond. It's true. Check out the stick. We've been talking about significant snow heading to the northwest for days, and the numbers do not lie. Whistler has reported 8 days in a row of new snow with over 80 inches of accumulation. More on the way. Check out the right, the 5-day forecast. Powder Mountain, Helly, 59 inches. North Cascade, 56 inches. Whistler, 56. Mount Seymour, 49. Mount Baker, 45. Mount Bachelor, 45. The forecast for the next 5 days from Monday through Friday shows the Northwest, BC, Washington, and Oregon will contribute to tilting the earth 1 to 4 feet of additional accumulation. Also, early in the week, parts of Idaho and Montana could receive 5 to 20 inches of Al Gore's nightmare, while Tahoe sneaks in with 5 to 10 inches on Monday morning. Here's the forecast. Northwest is the best. Maine's going to continue to pick it up. We've got some Great Lakes region snow dumping. The weather pattern will adjust somewhat over the weekend, moving it to more of a northeast pattern where snow's coming into West Virginia here and the Great Lakes region. Light snow through the Cascades, down through the Sierras, Saturday the 22nd through your 23rd. And then there's going to be a Christmas storm developing, and we're going to check it on the model. There it is. Pause it. There's through your 22nd. Let's go now. So we're going to have heavy snow moving in through most of the state of Idaho. The entire state will get maybe a flurry, maybe looking 90% on the GFS model here. Western Oregon, the mountains and the Cascades, North Cascades, the heaviest totals, the Olympics, up through British Columbia over the next 24 hours. Light snow coming off the Great Lakes. Some light flurries through the central craton of the U.S. Most of Missouri. North Dakota, northern South Dakota getting light snow through December 23rd. And then this heavy snow moves in. A heavy pattern for Christmas Eve will bring heavy snows to the Sierras all the way south through most of the western states into Christmas Day. Watch it happen. Christmas Eve through Christmas Day. And New York State's going to have a white Christmas. Most of the state. Western PA. Maybe Massachusetts. Heads up. Definitely Maine. And then we have this storm moving east. But the West is the best for a white Christmas, according to these models. Cold wave in Karachi will prevail for the next 24 hours. They're wrapping up in sheets. I'd love that store. The ongoing spell cold wave in Karachi is likely to persist in the metropolis for the next 24 hours, according to the Pakistan Meteorological Department. The dry weather and cold wave in Karachi has been prevailing for quite some time. While the humidity level in the air was recorded at 50%, that's making it chilly. So chilly they're wrapping up in blankets. Earthquake off Coral Bay in West Australia's north was Australia's second largest earthquake in 20 years. But what they're not telling you is there have been other similarly large quakes south of here as well this year. This is a major uptick, and this is an odd uptick in an area with infrequent quakes. Hundreds of people reported their houses rattling around the ground, wobbling after the magnitude 5.9 quake struck 100 kilometers off the coast of Coral Bay in the state's north. 10:26 p.m. Tremors were felt from Port Hedland to south of Perth, more than 1,000 kilometers away. Close to the epicenter, Coral Bay resident Joe and Lisa Eveson said they were woken by what sounded like a truck going through the bedroom, which was certainly a boom. Maybe it was pink. No one is to know. Seismic update. Boom! Vanuatu. 35 kilometers, 5.0. Fiji region, we have deep activity here. So we're going to look for, I was put this on a seismic warning, and there was a boom. Before I was even able to put a warning in this region, there was a earthquake. 5.0, 50 kilometers east of Lakatulu. No tsunami warning, no quakes of note either. We had a large, particularly large rocker 4.7 in North Alaska kicking off recently. We're watching the New Madrid Ring of Fire. We are currently in a lithospheric warning. Some moderate space weather is picking up. So, buckle your seatbelts. Worldwide volcano news update. Dukono, Ibico, eruption. Continuous ash at Dukono. Saputan, Reventador, Cleveland coming into the mix in the Aleutians. Ambrin, we'll get to that. Sporadic puffs still at Sabancaya. Sakurajima erupted yesterday. Not that significantly. Sangay and Fuego on the list. Check it out. All the links are below. Ambrin volcano. Vanuatu, new eruption in the caldera as a curtain of fire erupts at the fissure at the base of Modum Cone. Yes. Clearly, we can see here, last 24 hours, a fissure erupting. That's what a fissure erupting looks like. And there's even a video down here. Wonder if we can parse it up for your viewing pleasure. We'll probably get demonetized.
New crater. New crater.
New
Just 2 hours ago. 1.5 hours ago. New crater. New crater. Just 2 hours ago. 1.5 hours ago. And there's all craters for a long time. Name Lee Willamby. It's a long time crater, but it's opened up just 1.5 hour ago with that one. Look, it's amazing what a flash lava up in the sky just for around about 40 meters high. Hi, I'm John, the first. Wow! Woo! I'm the first! Woo! The first! I'm the first to see! Woo!
Egomaniac much, and maybe the first to die. But clearly we see a massive uptick in Ambrin while idiots are attempting to film their death. That's a heads up. No truer words have been spoken. People from Ambrin and neighboring islands may view volcanic ash or gas plumes and hear volcanic explosions. We're going to get to more volcanic explosions if you stick with us. Volcanic eruption caught on camera. 2 eruptions over at Popo, twice south of the city in Mexico. Many people caught this eruption. Ben Davidson showed some amazing pyroclastic material exploding that was levitating in air up here to the right. But I want to point out some explosions that occurred prior to the eruption captured by this gentleman, Carlos Martinez. So come and subscribe to his channel, give him a thumbs up, and come check out these explosions, which I'm about to share with you. Totally amazing. Just moments before the volcano explodes, there are explosions. Now, light travels much faster than sound. So these booms happen before the big boom occurs. Right now. Two of them. Listen to them. And watch what happens. Third one. Fourth explosion. Weird noise. Boom. Focus up here. Look at these 2 sprites. And then the dogs react. Man, that is amazing. Sprites up here. Pew, pew, pew. Come check it out in your own time. That's amazing footage. With sound and blasts and dogs. Fantastic. Thank you, Carlos. Heads up. Back to the land. Are young farmers the new starving artists? No, they're just not that ingenious. This article really sells out this millennial movement to get back to the land and organic farm. These guys do not think outside of the box. They could be increasing production, increasing harvest. We're going to be teaching them how on the channel this spring. Well, we integrate some of the most cutting-edge technologies for you to utilize at your farm using solar power to harvest these goodies. Do the work of 30 men per person. It's not so lucrative when you just walk around like a bin like this. She doesn't even have a wheelbarrow. Are you kidding me? This is more than disingenuous. If you're not ingenious, then you're certainly not going to rise to the cream of the crop and succeed at small-scale organic farming. It's going to be hard work. It's what I do every day here. She should have 50 beehives right here. She could quadruple her yearly income with honey. She could have a whole row of nut trees. She could live in a place where cannabis is legal and get a license. There's a lot you can do. Don't believe the hype. Follow the channel and we'll give you tips to survive and thrive and to be lucrative. Start your own business. This is a cutting edge time where businesses that will be needed in the coming times now, rigid greenhouses, geothermal heat, the solar industry, growing food, indoor growing. Think about it. If you start now, you'll be at the beginning of an explosion. Feathers and fur fly over Pterosaur fossil finding. An analysis of 2 fossils would push back the origins of feathers 70 million years. And pterosaurs were these little furry things that eat your head off, then poop you out, their furry butt. Yeah. Some of them had 17-foot wingspans. An artist rendering of a short-tailed pterosaur. Scientists say they were covered with a fuzzy fur-like insulating structures over their heads, torsos, limbs, and tails, helping them fly through the air like sails. They're the fossil evidence of the said structures, which looks like a very premature type feather, in my humble opinion. Both specimens were mostly covered in hollow, unbranched pycnofibers that resemble fur, but the team then found one type of branch structure on the fur, a branched fur. Huh. Yes. Cosmic rays definitely caused that to occur. Green Christmas comet, visible in the night sky, also being illuminated by the electric universe. 46P Wirtanen comet, as seen through a telescope in France, December 3rd, is currently making an unusually close pass. Closest yesterday, but it's still not too late. What's going on with the comet? Here we are, full view. Boom. Let's bring it in. So, out in the night sky, if you can find the Pleiades, right here. Wirtanen is right next to the Pleiades and going to be moving north towards the Milky Way. Right before Christmas, it will be in the Milky Way. The 21st, it will be right here, approaching the Milky Way in this position. 16th, 17th. So if you look at the Pleiades and just look left with your binoculars, you will see Wirtanen's glow, because it's at a very bright magnitude according to this chart, which we can open up for you. And this is the brightness. Now, Wirtanen is going to stay bright at least through the end of January, so there's plenty of time to view it or get out to a rural area if you're not there now to see it. So you have several more weeks of viewing of this baby, and I'll leave you links to all of this information so you can get a glimpse of a very rare event. Now, we're going to have some brighter comets coming even closer by 2023. And the life that you're living is definitely going to be very interesting if you're alive for a little bit longer. This is not going to be the brightest comet in the last 50 years, but it is now. But there will be brighter ones coming, mark my words. So get out there, check out the Pleiades, look left. Here it is on the 17th, here it is on the 18th. So it's right in the middle right now. It's just left and a little higher than the Pleiades if you go out and find the Pleiades. Boom! Get your binocs, I'm about to go out. More breaking news. Planet X discovered today and announced. Just discovered far out, the furthest object ever seen in the solar system, and that's what they named it. Astronomers had discovered the distant body that's more than 100 times further than the sun is the Earth. Its provisional designation is 2018 VG18, but they nicknamed the planet Far Out. Far Out is the most distant planet ever observed in our solar system at 120 astronomical units, and there are no Anunnaki living on it, according to the artist rendering. But this baby is only 500 kilometers wide. So it would only take a day to drive around if it had a road. Pluto is 34 astronomical units from the sun, and this baby is 100. 3 times further than Pluto. Far out. Is very far out. And it's so dim, and it's moving so slow that it's going to take quite a bit of time to figure out what its rotation is. There's your planet X. And it's the size of Cincinnati. Well, actually, Ohio. Team wins major supercomputer time to study the edge of fusion plasmas. Big news in supercomputer time crunching. The US DOE has awarded computer hours on 3 leading supercomputers, including the world's fastest, to a team led by C.S. Chang at DOE's Princeton Plasma Physics Lab. The team is addressing issues that must be resolved for success operating their ITER, the international experiment under construction in France, to demonstrate the feasibility of producing fusion energy. Why they don't just tap the unlimited energy source in our ionosphere and outside in the Van Allen belts is anyone's guess. Apparently they're not allowed to. So, continue to follow the narrative here of wasted time. And we'll continue to watch the stock market on pace for the worst December since the Great Depression. 2 benchmark U.S. stock indexes are careening towards a historically bad December. Both the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are on pace for their worst December since 1931, when stocks were battered during the Great Depression. The Dow S&P 500 are down 7.8% and 7.6% this month. And if you're not buying silver, then you're not buying anything. Hopefully you're buying seeds and other preparedness things like beans and rice and 5-gallon buckets and bullets and butter, which you can buy in a can in French markets. Let's reopen that. Keep calm. Are you ready? Best place to get ready, My Patriot Supply. Support the channel, support your friends, support your arse. Here's the year-end blowout sale. Save up to 75% on 2 dozen items. They're almost giving it away. Free shipping in North America. Survival supplies and emergency preparedness gear. Happy New Year to you and to me, the channel. Half off to 75% off on tons of stuff. Go get it. 75% off on 2 dozen items. It's boom time! If you've got a little bit of money left, get on it. Get prepared. We love you. Keep calm, though. And are you ready? Come over to the store. Check out the sales. Everyone loves a sale. It's like Black Friday or Yellow Tuesday or Orange Wednesday. If a law is unjust, a man has not only right to disobey it, he is obliged to do so. Let's try that again. If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so. And this guy had fleas and shit under his wig. Totally nasty. Yet he was a fart smeller right there. That's a boom. Prepare now, survive later. Be safe. We love you.